You made it to Hump Day, Delmarva. Thanks for spending your Wednesday afternoon with us. We are your hosts. I'm Paige Marley.
I'm Leah Rizzo, and still don't know how to dress for the week because I feel like the temperature keeps doing cartwheels, but that's okay.
It's okay. We're happy with it in the afternoons. I always have my puffy winter coat in the mornings, and then you're sweating.
Yeah, exactly. But I think today's supposed to be like still cool, right?
I think so, yeah. I went to Ace Hardware yesterday after work, and I had my big puffy coat on, tights, and Uggs, and this lady looked at me, she was like, "You okay? You look a little hot." And I was like, I am, but I committed.
I'm fine, thank you. Yes, I understand the commitment.
Thank you. I didn't want to carry my coat around. Whatever.
But we love the commitment that you guys give to our socials, and we have a little bit fun online. We ask you a question usually, and you guys always deliver. And we were asking you the other day about the messiest foods to eat in the car. Because I remember one time I was in college, I was so hungry. I was coming back from college and I had bought this bowl of chips and queso, you know?
Yeah.
And I was gonna eat it when I got home, but the traffic on the highway was so bad and I was like, you know what? I'm hungry, and I just like broke into it. Let me tell you, cheese and queso, not a good car food.
Probably not. But I can understand that feeling when you just, there's no fast food nearby and you just have to go for it.
And that's it, right?
That's it. Yeah, so yeah, there's some messy foods. I did think I had my handheld foods down when I'm in the car. There was a time I'm driving home from a bridal shower. I got a cute succulent as a gift. I stuck it in the cup holder next to my Egg McMuffin.
Oh.
So eating it, and I realized there's ants
in
my Egg McMuffin. So I politely, after checking that there were no cars behind me, threw it out the window on Route 1. It landed in front of the Dover Air Force Base. So I think really, even when you try, eating in the car can just be hard.
I'm not very good at it, to be honest. So even like a bagel is challenging, so I don't know what I thought, like why I thought chips and queso would be even something I should attempt. But you guys came up with some pretty good answers. Definitely a bowl of soup. That's what John said. A couple people said bowl of soup, actually. Maya, she chimed in. She said supreme nachos.
Oh, great point, Maya.
We got tacos, Big Mac, flaky pastries. Carol, so true. When you you get up and just flakes everywhere.
Yep.
Fried chicken, fondue.
Okay.
Hot dog with everything on it.
Ooh, all these sound delicious, but I want to know too, if these people try this, is this how they know?
I kind of feel like,
who tried soup?
that's where some of these are coming from.
That's a little crazy.
Tori said she lost a whole bowl of mac and cheese to the back seat once.
That will happen.
That's just the worst. But you guys can keep chiming in, have some fun with it. We love to hear from you all the time when we ask you questions like this, because we like to keep the conversation going on the air, off the air. It's your show too. Don't forget that.
You guys are hilarious. Hey, Leah, talking about some snacks. You know what I'm getting at?
I sure do.
Sexiest Man Alive results came in.
That's right. And there were a lot of people that kind of got honorable mention for Sexiest Man Alive this year. Jason Kelce from the Eagles.
Makes sense.
He made that list. Makes sense.
Fair.
Timothy Chalamet was on that list.
Not my guy, but I can see why he's yours.
Yeah, a lot of people in it. I think it's because like in my head, whenever he hit the scene, he was so young that I'm like, he's a child. He's too young for me. Like, I'm like, I'm not interested, but he's also like 25 now or whatever. Like,
that's fair.
Maybe even 28. I don't know.
Right. But if you haven't seen it yet, the sexiest man alive, according to People Magazine for 2023, is Patrick Dempsey.
Well deserved too. He's been on that list every darn year.
Oh my gosh, doesn't it seem like it? And I love that they waited, because you know me. He's always been a handsome man, but something about the silver fox that he has going on right now, it does something. And I think this was his year. Yeah, rightfully deserved.
I feel like there's been so many throwbacks this year, because like Patrick Dempsey, he's been on the scene for a little while now, and like the height of Grey's Anatomy, you would have thought like, okay, that would have been the time for Sexiest Man Alive to be Patrick Dempsey, but I feel like we've got Britney Spears' memoir. Ooh. There have been so many throwbacks, like NSYNC reunited for a hot minute, although because of Britney Spears' memoir, I don't know if that's going to be.
They might be done.
But it's just like we've had this sort of 2012 revival moment.
I love it. And I love that we're giving it to, I mean, he's not even that old, but like the older guys, because I was kind of getting tired of it being the young guys in their 20s.
Every time.
Yeah, because you're handsome too, but it's just giving our older guys, and I love it. The gray hair, the what's it called? The salt and pepper beard.
Yes. Yeah.
I like me some Patrick Dempsey. Yeah.
We like that choice.
Yeah. Who would you list as the sexiest man alive?
Ooh, you know, Pedro Pascal made the list, and I feel like I am 100% in agreement with that.
I like that one. Okay, yeah. I would say my fiance.
Oh, good choice.
But if I had to pick, you're making me pick.
We're making you pick. Trick question.
Hey, babe. I would pick Henry Cavill.
Good pick. Good
Yeah,
pick. I think
thank
he's been sexiest man alive. But I think it's Superman days. I think.
Any era works for me.
I can't remember if he's already won that.
Any era, he deserved it.
Yeah, I think so.
That's fun.
One more thing we also really enjoy and like this new sort of, I just saw a video about this the other day and like kind of got confirmation while we were talking about this off the air that what they're calling millennial beige, which I feel like it's more just Kim Kardashian beige.
Fair.
In terms of like the Christmas aesthetic, really, like all home decor aesthetic. Like remember in the like 2010s, everything was sort of this very neutral, very resellable, very like clean, sterile look to it. And now Gen Z, like I think we've sort of seen minimalist is out and maximalist is back in.
I love it.
And so with our Christmas decorations, Gen Z is going all out on like the tacky ornaments and the bright colors and just like that cozy, nostalgic Christmas from childhood.
I love it. And I think I don't think that the clean Christmas is necessarily out. I think that'll be a timeless look. If you have your gold and silver tree and your white fluffy tree skirt, I have a tree like that. But I also just love, I call it like my trashy tree.
Yeah.
Where I have a fluffy rug around it and then I have purple and blue and red ornaments and it has the colored lights and the ornaments don't match. I love it. There's something just nostalgic and cozy about it. Just the reds, the stockings. I'm so happy.
Yeah, that's what I think. My tree last year was like my first tree as an adult on my own. I was so excited about it. And a lot of the ornaments that I bought were sort of like, I guess the tackier looking ornaments, but like they were so fun and like they're not the ones that I had growing up, but I was like, you know what, it kind of fits this room, this vibe, because all the ornaments we had growing up were like, you know, our handmade ones and like the ornaments from 30 years ago.
Right.
So my parents now, like our tree always looks beautiful every year. My parents' house, so like mine's the like little tackier version.
Good.
Yeah.
No, I love it. Mine kind of reminds me of like the Charlie Brown tree a little bit, but because it is like it's some plastic tree. But I love that whole aesthetic, the whole vibe of the cozy blankets.
Yes.
And the little choo-choo train going around, and just the fun, colorful, exciting decoration. So I'm about it.
I'm about it too. Well, we've got a great show to get to for you. Our field correspondent Maya Henry is telling us what's coming up on Coast Life.
Coming up today on Coast Life, feel refreshed with ocean elements in Ocean City. And looking to sell your home but don't know how? The Parker Group has got you covered. And help local families during the holiday with Millville Festival of Trees. All that and more when Coast Life gets back.
Coast Life is brought to you by BB Healthcare, Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, Preston Automotive Group, Shell Brothers, and the Parker Group.
Leah, I've talked to you about this a little bit off air, but winter, my skin is dry.
Same.
It's bad. It's
I'm
so
right there
bad.
with you.
And going into winter, your hair gets a little
Yuck.
crunchy and dry. It's just not good all around. So if you're maybe going to work and you're not feeling your best, you know, school's back up, winter sports are starting up, and you are just not sure what to do, Rehoboth Beauty Boutique, they're taking care of your skin and your hair. So we talked to them.
Yes.
They're going to tell us some ways you can take care of your skin, get it ready for the winter, your hair, while keeping up with the trends. So if you're thinking, can I dye my hair? It's too dry and crunchy. You can. Let's take a look at this. They have all the answers that you need. Heading into winter, it's a good time to refresh everything. So it's a good thing Rehoboth Beauty Boutique offers a lot more than just hair services.
We offer everything from eyelash extensions, chemical peels, dermaplaning, facials for all parts of the body. I think it's a perfect time to get into the exfoliation in the fall to get off the dead skin from summer and reveal that healthier skin that's underneath. It also allows your products to penetrate more deeply into your skin by having proper exfoliation.
They are always keeping up with the best products and trends for your skin and your hair. We asked them what they think of the latest hair trends. First, claw clips. Yes or no?
Claw clips, I would say, are definitely easier on your hair than a rubber band. So if you just get a cute one, they make ones that are colorful, sparkly. So they're a lot better for your hair because they're not really tight. So you can just kind of twist your hair up, clip it in there. And there's a lot you can do with that too. You can do half up styles, you can do all up styles. So I would say that's a really good one for the fall.
Winter sports are starting back up, so what about the girls who want to be stylish and comfortable?
Girls like it out of their face. They don't want to be playing with it during school, sports. Ponytail's a really good one, nice cute braid. Those are the really good for somebody that's in school that wants to keep their hair out of their face. The way to do a good ponytail is to divide it into sections. So you're gonna wanna take the back first, put that in a nice secure ponytail, and then you can kind of style the front however you want. You can get volume in there, you can slick it all the way back and attach it to that secure ponytail in the back, so then it takes the weight off your head, it doesn't slip. It's good for any kind of texture hair.
When we asked what people are asking for in the salon, a popular answer, cowboy copper. You've probably heard of this trend or you've seen it on social media.
There's definitely a lot of people coming in for the cowboy copper. It's a rich golden copper. So not orange, it's more on the golden-y side. You can do it darker, you can do it lighter. It's perfect for somebody that wants to transition into fall if you have blonde hair and you want kind of a deeper, but something a little bit fun and edgy.
And if you just don't know what you want or what's trending right now, you don't have to do your research. Rehoboth Beauty Boutique has already done it for you.
A lot of people like the shag and the layers, kind of more of a layery, fun, playful look is definitely coming back. The curtain bangs. Everyone loves the curtain bangs, so I would say layery in the front, kind of a face frame.
I'm always looking up hair things and watching hair videos, and that's mostly what comes up on my feed because that's what I'm interested in, so I just will spend some time doing that in my downtime. I want to stay current for my clients. I want to know what they're talking about when they ask for a wolf cut. I mean, it's just a shag, but I want to know what they're talking about. So I try to stay up on that, and also different techniques, because there's always a new way to do something and a new approach to an old idea that will give it a fresh, more current look.
You're watching Coast Life, and maybe you're getting ready to make a big move. You probably have a lot of questions about what you should be doing inside the home and maybe even outside the home to get ready for that move. Well, who better to tell us what you should and shouldn't be doing than Dustin and Rachel Parker with the Parker Group. You guys are such pros in the real estate industry and so knowledgeable. And what I love that you guys do is you share that knowledge, I mean, pretty openly, freely with everybody, and especially your team. So when people are getting ready to make that move, what are maybe some of the renovation projects they should be looking at doing before they sell?
So in terms of the do's, we always say you're really going to get a good bang for your buck for touching up the paint in your house. Going around, if it doesn't have to change the color unless if your color is just outlandish and it's very specific to you. But just making it look fresh. Same thing with flooring and carpeting. You want basically the condition of the home to feel as close to new as possible. So those are really good tips. And then on the outside of the home, my favorite tip is getting the home power washed. It really makes a huge difference, and it's not as expensive as maybe like replacing your siding or repainting. But again, it just kind of freshens up the exterior. So those are my top things that I think are worth doing.
Yeah, for sure. Then, of course, there are always going to be some projects, like you said, that maybe people get really invested in or worried about, or maybe they shouldn't be worrying about those things. What are the maybe projects that you don't need to touch or worry about when it comes to getting ready to sell?
Yeah, so many people come to us and think that they need to pull out the cabinets in their kitchen and get new countertops and things. And depending on the era that the house was first built or renovated last, sometimes that is necessary. You know, if it's still got the 70s swag to it, maybe it is time to do that. But oftentimes, you know, you can, if the kitchen does need a little bit of a freshen up, you can paint the cabinets, you know, which is much easier than replacing them and getting new cabinets. Countertops can be switched out pretty easily, but we don't typically recommend, again, unless the house is completely in a different era, to spend a significant amount of money doing that. We are still in a market right now where inventory is tremendously low, and so it's not like you're competing against thousands and thousands of homes on the market. And so as long as you present your house in the best light that it can be, it will likely sell. And one thing I think people often don't think necessarily about sometimes if they are just focused on the cosmetics is when a potential buyer is walking through the home, they want to make sure that the home feels like there's no major issues with it. And so if there was an old leak maybe that you had repaired 3 or 4 years ago, but there's still a stain on the ceiling from it, you want to make sure that that's addressed. If there was a hole in the wall from a kid or something, of course, address those types of things too. It's okay that the home maybe isn't as cosmetically the taste that the buyer may have, But they just want to feel like they're getting a good home, a safe investment, something that's not going to fall down or have major issues behind the walls that are uncomfort, essentially.
Yeah, and a good real estate agent's going to give you advice tailored to your specific situation, what kind of price you're looking for and all of that. But if you're like in the holiday season and you're thinking, hey, I might be listing in the spring and you want to figure out what to invest in, that would kind of be our advice is do the simple stuff that makes your home look like it's in pristine condition.
Yeah, awesome. Well, you guys really are the experts, and like you said, if you've got a good real estate agent, they're going to walk you through all those things, and any member of the Parker Group is going to be that real estate agent for you. Well, thank you guys again for sharing so many tips. I know we have you in here so often, and I feel like, oh my gosh, we're going to run out of things to learn, but we're never going to run out of things to learn with you guys. Well, thanks for coming in once again, but don't go anywhere because we do have some more Coast Life coming your way.
This segment of Coast Life was brought to you by the Parker Group.
Leo, when you look at video like this, just what does it make you feel?
All warm and cozy inside.
Doesn't it?
Yes.
Oh, there's no complaints here when it comes to, of course, Christmas trees, Christmas lights, any sort of just feel-good family fun. And who knows more about feel-good family fun than the people at the Millville Boardwalk, of course?
Not a lot of people.
Not a lot. Not a lot. So let's bring in Roger today with the Millville Boardwalk. Roger, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Of course. So I think when a lot of people think the Millville Boardwalk, you often think of maybe the mini golf, the arcade, you know, just a lot of summer fun, the ice cream.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot to do in the winter time, and there's ways that you all can get involved and give back to the community. So Roger, just tell us what's going on this winter.
Absolutely. So first, obviously, you just said, you know, we are open year round. You know, we're one of the very few ice cream places, mini golf courses open year round. So always something going on. We really try to bring a sense of holiday joy and wonderment to the boardwalk, really do something different. So starting last year, we introduced the Millville Boardwalk Festival of Trees event. This is a charity-focused event where we have trees set up that local businesses or families or individuals can donate to, you know, sponsor a tree, so to speak. And all of the proceeds are given to Lord Baltimore Elementary, who facilitates that money through to local families in need to give them wonderful, magical Christmas holiday experiences each year. So it's very nice. So in addition to that, you know, our mini golf course is all decked out, enchanted mini golf, things like that. We've got special seasonal ice cream flavors. So a lot of things going on there. Last year, we were able to have about 45 local businesses and families sponsor trees.
Wow.
You know, which equated to a wonderful, you know, almost $5,000 donation to Lord Baltimore, you know, so it was really great, you know, for a first year event. This year, we shot very big.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're trying to hit 100 trees this year. I still have trees available. We've got about a week left.
Okay.
So we have a wonderful decorating party on November 18th for sponsors and families. We've, you know, hot cocoa, cookies, all of the good stuff where everyone sort of does. It's an old-fashioned Hallmark Channel tree trimming, you know, party, right? That's a lot of people last year were calling it that. And then from the following day, the 19th, until New Year's Day, the trees are up. It's free anytime that Millville Boardwalk is open, which is 7 days a week. You can come by, stroll through. You know, it's really magical.
It is nice. You kind of take the family, walk around, and you can see who sponsored a tree, and you're knowing who's giving back to the community.
MillvilleBoardwalk.com has the info on it. You can also email me directly, roger@millvilleboardwalk.com. You know, just send me an email, say, hey, I want to get involved, I want to reserve a tree. It's $200 to sponsor a tree, so it's very affordable. You get brand signage with your logo on it. Can't make it down there for the decorating party? We'll decorate it for you as well for a small added fee, so yeah.
When will all the kind of just the lights and the fun, aside from the trees, everything else at Millville Boardwalk, when will that be kicking off and ending?
So November 18th, which is a week from this Saturday, is the day that sort of everything launches. We'll have the decorating party. So all the trees will be trimmed that day. All of our property decorations and lights and enchanted mini golf and the lodge, you know, which you visited last year.
Yeah, so
you know,
fun.
Retro board games, retro VHS. You know, we sort of do a cozy ski chalet.
She's getting me excited about
it.
it.
Exactly. Everything will be open starting on November 18th.
Nice. November 18th, you got it. All right, MillvilleBoardwalk.com if you're interested and to learn more. Roger, thanks for being here today.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Of course. All right, we have a lot more fun to tell you about, a lot more local events and things you can do with your family, so stay right where you are. We'll be right back.
Look at this smiling, lovely face. That is Laura. She's been celebrating 9 years at Prasino, Wells, and Woodland.
Woo.
They say 9 years of being kind, helpful, and coachable. 9 years of putting the team at the center of everything that she does. They say they wouldn't be them without Laura. How sweet is that?
That is so sweet. Congrats, Laura. 9 years.
Yes. And I mean, one thing that I love about Prasino, Wells, and Woodland is that like their team is so caring and loving, not just for each other, but for their clients as well. And so everything that they put into what they do, I think kindness comes first.
Yes, you can tell even through a simple Facebook post like that, but also just talking to them in person.
Even
really
just the fact that someone's been there for 9 years.
Yeah, that's a good point too. She must love it.
She must love it. But there's a lot of history at Prasino, Wells, and Woodland, whether it's just, you know, from the simple architecture of some of their buildings to the history of where they got started. But to tell us more is our field correspondent, Maya Henry.
Prasino, Wells and Woodland, LLC is an estate planning and elder law firm in the state of Delaware. With locations in Seaford and Lewis, attorneys Michelle Prasino Wells and Amber B. Woodland use their knowledge to help families looking for a way to plan and protect their future. A company that centers itself around supporting the needs of family all began with a touching story.
I've been practicing almost 28 years. Started out at a firm in Dover, kind of a medium-sized firm, was there for a few years, worked in their trust and estates department. And yeah, I'm a Sussex County girl, so I quickly wanted to come back to Sussex County, ended up switching and moving to a very small firm where I learned a lot, where I really sort of established my estate planning practice. And then was with that firm till 2005 when I decided to open my own office. So I did that in Seaford.
In 2005, the journey to opening her first law firm began, giving back to the county where she grew up. The Seaford building remains close to Michelle's heart as it once was a daycare center that her son Joshua once attended.
I'd opened the Seaford office in 2005 and I was in a rented building, very nice space, but wanted to have my own office building. So at that time I had a young son, he was 5 years old, and he was attending preschool at a house that was, it was actually the downstairs of the house was a preschool building, and the family that ran the preschool lived upstairs, so right in downtown Seaford. So I found out that they were going to be selling the building. So my son Josh was in the last graduating class of the Riverview Preschool in downtown Seaford. So anyway, I bought the building.
The old preschool building was originally built in 1880 and now lies as the company's beautifully renovated Seaford Law Firm building. In 2006, Michelle had another exciting addition to her practice.
I joined Michelle as a summer intern in that summer of 2006, and it was sort of just on a whim. I had a really great mentor in college that said, if you want to go to law school, you better get some experience and make sure that's an investment you want to make with your time and your money. So I knew Michelle in the community. I knew that she had just opened her own law office in Seaford. I graduated from Seaford High. That was the community that I grew up in. So I sent my resume to Michelle and I said, hey, would you consider an intern? And she's like, sure. And then the rest is kind of history. Right. And I worked with Michelle every summer until I graduated from law school. And then in 2010, I actually was admitted to the bar on the same day, 15 years exactly after Michelle was admitted to the Delaware bar.
Taking a leap of faith led to one successful partnership. Prasino, Wells and Woodland takes the ease off of planning for the future. Their Lewis location not only serves as a welcoming building for their clientele, but has a charming history as well.
Turns out that our Lewis office has a lot of rich history, just like our Seaford office does. And it too was built in the late 1800s. It has a lot of character. And what's really cool, I think, is some of the materials used in the construction of our Lewis office came from local historical sites.
The lobby fireplace is made from materials that once served as the Henlopen Lighthouse. Though they provide their clients with specialized areas of practice, they never forget to make their clients feel at home during their visit.
Our goal was, we wanted the office to feel welcoming to our clients, and it's an old home. We serve cookies to our clients. We really do try to make them feel comfortable, because going to the lawyer's office can be really scary for a lot of people.
After attending a conference and looking at the needs of those in Sussex County, she decided to expand her firm and add elder law as one of the firm's areas of practice.
But I attended a presentation where some consultants came in talking about the future of healthcare, talking about the anticipated needs of Western Sussex County, and really Sussex County as a whole. And so we realized at that time that there was a huge need in our community for what we call elder law or asset protection planning, helping families shelter or preserve those assets that they've worked really hard to accumulate. So in the event a loved one does need extended long-term care, is there a way that they can protect some of their savings?
If you know a family looking to take the next step in planning their future, contact Persino Wells in Woodland in their Lewis or Seaford location for additional information.
So much rich history, again, from the architecture to just the reason why they do what they do and why they love serving Sussex County. It's just, it's a really special group, and we love working with them.
Definitely.
We also love keeping you up to date on all kinds of interesting locals and even some local events coming up on Coast Life. Don't go anywhere because we're checking in with the Delmarva Dock Dogs.
This segment of Coast Life was brought to you by Persino, Wells, and Woodland Law.
Look at that leap. That video that we just showed you is Halo, a worldwide Dock Dog world champion. And I also have her handler here, and I also have another world champion by the name of Barbara Smits, and of course, Teresa Hastings. So Teresa, tell me about Dock Dogs for the people who do not know. You have your whole yard is kind of set up around it. So tell us a little bit about it.
It is. Dock Dogs gave us an outlet for our dogs to enjoy themselves. If they have a toy drive, if they like to swim, it gives them something to do, something to keep them busy. You meet wonderful people. It's become a very large part of our life, as you can see. As you can see, Lennon has been competing. She's 10 and a half years old, and she's still competing. She's what you call a legend dog at this time. When she turns 12, when she's still jumping, she'll become a hero dog. Whoa. So she has competed in the worldwide championship as well and done quite well. So, but she hasn't won the championship like Halo. Halo won in 2021, and Barb won in 2022 with her dog Trapper. So.
Hey, that's pretty amazing. I've never heard about this before I did a little bit of research. So Barbara, how did you get into Dock Dogs?
Teresa got me involved.
So yeah, you got
she got me involved with my dog Joey. He just passed away, and then of course she insisted I get a lab, and so now I have Trapper, and he is also a worldwide champion in speed. So we've been competing together. I've been competing since 2011, and she's been in it since 2007. So we've been doing this for years, and it's a great way to exercise your dog, to meet great people, just to go out and have a wonderful time. We always have a great time, and we jump in rain, sun. So far we haven't done snow yet, but we're waiting.
I'm about to say rain or shine. This sounds pretty intense. So you guys told me there's different, not competitions, but different things that you do during Dock Dogs. Tell me a little bit about the different ones.
There are 3 different disciplines. There's big air, and that's for distance. The dog will jump off the dock to see how far they can go. We also do speed retrieve. They'll jump off the dock and retrieve a bumper at the end of the pool. And then extreme vertical, and that's how high they can jump. Halo is a champion in extreme vertical. Trapper's a champion in speed retrieve.
So tell me, how do you prepare your dogs for this? How do you get them like super amped up?
My shepherd was born amped up. Now Lennon, as you can see, I just have to sort of encourage her. She'll be amped up on the dock, but most of the time she's just like this. But the main thing is your dog really needs toy drive, that they want to have that desire to fetch and bring something back to you, and of course not be afraid of the water. If you have those 2 things under your belt, you're good to go for Dock Dogs. And not a natural either. I mean, she took about 2 years I almost didn't compete with her. It took me about 2 years to get her on the dock. So I always tell people, don't give up, keep trying. But some dogs are natural. They just absolutely get up there. And I'm seeing more and more naturals, all the time. And people are actually breeding dogs specifically to become good, that are just naturally good jumpers. So It's very popular now. So when we go to the World Championship, we're competing against about 900 dogs usually. So it's, and they're from all over the country. The last few years it's been held in Dubuque, Iowa. So we do a good bit of traveling as well.
If you guys are looking for a way to get your dog to, really try something new, I guess Doc Dogs is where it's at. All right, awesome. There's more Coast Life on the way.
Hey there, Coast Life. Have you heard of contrast therapy?
Nope.
How about fire and ice therapy?
Nope.
Well, at Ocean Elements in Ocean City, they'll teach you all about contrast therapy and fire and ice therapy. It's basically you kind of bounce between really, really hot and really, really cold.
I can't tell if that sounds really fun or if it's kind of scary.
I feel like it's the sort of thing that like sucks while you're doing it, but you probably walk away feeling amazing.
Yes.
But we haven't tried it ourselves,
Nope.
but we know some friends who have. Katie Zarilli from our sister show, Delmarva Life, is going to dive into fire and ice therapy and tell us a little bit more about it. Katie?
A relaxing infrared sauna with temps in the 130s. An exhilarating tub with chilly water measuring in the mid-50s. Put the two together, you get pain relief, improved circulation, and so much more.
The contrast therapy is a combination between the extreme hot temperatures and the extreme cold temperatures. So you got the combination between those things, and they really, the magic is the difference in the temperature.
It's magic that's new to Ocean Elements Salt Spa and Float Center in West OC. Owner Alan Mills admits going from hot to cold can be jarring, but being beachy people, it's nothing we're not used to.
I enjoy the analogy to when I go to the beach on a very, very hot day. I go in the sauna and I feel the temperature of like 130 degrees and it just feels nice, but I get a little bit hot in there, and when I get into the cold, it's so relieving.
The fire and ice, or contrast therapy, is medicine for the muscles, making it a highly effective recovery tool for athletes especially, but really anyone.
Going from that heat, which relaxes your muscles, to the cold, which really dilates the muscles and gets everything restricted and numbed up, really helps them recover quickly.
Local disc golfer Sean Johnson can back that up. He's lived with a bad back injury that the activity has aggravated.
I would leave here and my lower body felt better than it has in years. And that speaks a lot to me.
And it's not just about body benefits. It's big for the brain, too.
It's a lot more mental benefit than I anticipated. Conversely, it's given me confidence, I guess, to work out harder at the gym and really push myself.
Now, as much as I would love to subject myself to the extreme temperatures today, maybe we're gonna leave it up to the athletes. So we've got DSN's Tim Nolan stepping up to the plate. Tim, how you feeling about this?
I'm terrified and amazed and really excited all at the same time.
Yeah, so we've got you in the sauna now. So you already warm?
It's toasty.
All right, so I'll leave this to you. I'll just let you toast up here, and we'll
Thank you.
shut the door there. Now,
Yeah.
Tim, tell me, how warm do you feel in there?
Definitely warmer than immediately outside this door. It doesn't feel like your conventional sauna where you come in and you're like overwhelmed with, oh my goodness, I'm breathing, hot rocks to your right or to your left. I'm breathing easy, and
love that.
Not just an athlete, but as an asthmatic, I feel like this sauna, it's ideal for just kind of open everything up.
This is gonna be great for you because you just ran a marathon, right?
Yeah, I'm just starting to feel like myself again, so
Yeah.
it's coming out a good time.
Is that the first time you've ever done that?
Yes, the longest organized race I've done before that was a 5K.
They have these in locker rooms in a lot of the sports franchises. They have all these facilities, and they use them for recovery.
Now that you're pretty much nice and cooked, you feel ready to freeze?
No, but let's do it.
Let's do it. I've heard the first 15 seconds may be the hardest, but I believe in you,
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
Believe in me when I get in.
Just like a pro. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Don't.
That is a cool plunge.
How you feel, Tim?
That's really cool.
I noticed that your breathing just kind of went up a little bit.
Expedited, yeah.
Now I do need to set your clock, so I think I'm gonna
Oh,
go.
you didn't say it.
No, not
Fantastic.
yet, not yet. I think like 10 minutes is the time, right? All right, oh, here we go. Describe the level of cold that you're feeling.
Yeah, I would say feet probably the coldest, and I think that's because of the temperature shot going from the sauna
Gotcha.
to here. But otherwise, like, my core is good right now.
Your
And-
core's good.
Yeah, no, I feel I don't feel inordinately cold. First couple seconds that you pointed out, breathing jumped up a ton.
It changed.
It's like a short couple as you get acclimated.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's really not that bad.
Not that bad.
No, and I didn't think it was going to be. What is it, 55 degrees? Yeah.
Yeah, 55 degrees in there.
Good.
Are you gonna get the arms in or no?
Is that the intent?
I'm just noticing, Tim, that you're kind of avoiding a certain, you know.
Well, you know.
Yeah, okay. No,
Submerged in 55 degree water. I'm trying to.
Was just curious if you were gonna. Oh.
Do we?
Everybody's. I'm getting a thumbs
I'm
up.
terrified to see what happens.
I'm getting a thumbs up from the crowd here.
Fantastic. Down they go.
Hey! Tim, you're already at a minute 36.
Hour 36, right?
Yeah.
I definitely saw the difference between keeping the arms out.
Really?
Arms in now. Because you got the other extremities immersed, hands, fingers.
I've heard that this also helps with mental clarity. So you might feel mentally better afterwards.
You're completely stimulated. Like you're fully awake and alert.
Yeah.
Huge thumbs up. The feeling in my hands is going away.
Yeah,
but I will give
I'm
you
noticing you
thumbs
can't
up.
actually put your thumbs up.
Yeah,
So I'll do it for you because I'm so nice. Tim, the final third.
I hate this so
Do it.
You know I'm gonna do it. Oh boy.
Here we go. Here we go. This is the moment of truth.
Oh my goodness gracious.
How does that feel?
Fantastic.
Now did
So cold.
I see the breath is changing.
Wow. It does feel great.
I'm in my 40s now, and all the things people say are true, but you don't have to accept that. You can sort of fight back. And I think, not to sound preachy about it, but I really think this is a tool to do that.
All right, we are now in the salt room or halo therapy. We're gonna check in with Tim, who is now, you're a little while post ice bath now. How you feeling, Tim?
I feel very relaxed.
Now, Tim, you obviously are somebody the athletes look up to, or just any student. Why would you say you should come try doing this?
Where do you start? There's a lot of benefits for both your physical nature and your mental nature, I found, at least. If you can set aside time to just let your mind be at ease and take care of your body and make it a routine, I think you can have some great effects because stress will go down, you can just focus on your goals, both athletically and beyond, and I think those have very beneficial effects.
Well, you heard it from me, you heard it from Tim. You've got to check out Ocean Elements here in Ocean City and in Stevensville. And that's going to do it for us.
Okay, now that Tim Nolan did it, I want to do it.
Right? I know. I think it's really good for athletes. They were saying
Yeah.
that. I think if you play maybe in a league somewhere and you're feeling a little extra sore, and especially some of our more mature athletes, if you're in like a kickball league.
Exactly, that's right. And Tim works with athletes all the time, so I'm sure this is something he can attest to. And of course, the Delmarva Sports Network as a whole, who Tim works for. So I think we're going to see a lot of people of all ages using this.
I think so too, and that's not the only thing that Ocean Elements has to offer.
course.
So I think if you are a little bit more of a traditional relaxing kind of person, they've got that too. Yes. But definitely want to try the Fire and Ice.
I have to try that.
We have a little bit more Coast Life to get to though, so don't go anywhere.
Does this make you want a cappuccino?
Of course it does.
It should. It's National Cappuccino Day. How about that?
Yum.
I know, that's a pretty good day for a Wednesday.
I think so.
Midweek pick you up?
I think I have some little cappuccino K-cups in my desk.
I didn't even know they made those.
Yeah, they're pumpkin. Because I'm not done with pumpkin yet. We've talked about this.
Maybe you want to share with your co-host.
I will. Shh, they're in my desk.
Okay. Don't tell anyone.
Don't say anything.
We have National Cappuccino Day, so some of our favorite places to get cappuccinos. Leah's desk. the pumpkin ones. Also, I'm thinking Sip Urban in Milton.
Always.
So good. I've had the cappuccino before at the coffee house on Rehoboth Avenue.
Yep.
Really good. So what are can you think of anything else?
I mean, I guess if I learned how to make them from home, I would love to make one with some of the coffees from Coffee Rendezvous because they have some amazing flavors.
Yes.
Wanda is the best. She is just getting ready to open their new location.
Yes. In the outlets.
In the outlets.
In Rehoboth Beach.
Perfect timing for the holiday season. So I'm just saying, like, if you need some holiday ideas, I don't know how hard it is to make a cappuccino at home.
I have no idea. We
gotta
should
figure that
ask
out.
Wanda.
Yeah, she would know.
She would know, definitely. So let us know where your favorite place to get a cappuccino is, maybe your favorite type, because some flavor in it, always delicious. But yeah, you can always just chime in on our socials. We love talking to you.
Yes, yes, we do. But it is about that time for us to get on out of here, toss things over to our friends. Coast TV News at 5 takes it from here, and then we'll join you for the second half of the week. Tomorrow at 4, we will be here as we always are. So have a great rest of your day.